Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Scrappy Saturday. I'm Lisa and I am so glad that you joined me again. I hope you're giving me another chance. I'm really new at this and I get nervous when I'm doing this video stuff still, so if you will just be patient with me, it will get better. This is the card we're going to make today. It is a Christmas card and it is using all Stampin' Up materials. And so I wanted to tell you that first of all we're going to start with our Whisper white paper. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. Then I have a piece of your basic black. It is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Actually, I have two of those. This one goes on the inside, and then this one on the inside, it's cut at 3 1/4 by 4 7/8. And that's going on the inside. And this is on top, and again, it's cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Now, all I did was, you can either take your circle punches, you can do these right here, like this one is 1 1/4 for the smaller one, or if you've got the circle thinlets, you can take those and just take 3 different sizes. I took the 2 inch, I think it was, and the 1 3/4, 1 1/4, and then I cut these. Well, this might be 2 1/2. But I just punched these out, and then I've got all these circles here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this on top of the black like this, just so I can get my positions. And I kind of want to make sure that I'm near the middle. And all I did was take a white gel pen, because it'll show up on black, because it's all going to be covered anyway. And I just put like a dot here where I wanted my house, and a dot here where I wanted my snowflake, and a dot here and a dot here where I wanted my trees. So that's how I did to mark it. Then I can take this off, and then I can start working with my snowflakes. Now I took the white ink right here, and then I take this one is the snowflakes that comes from the sheltering tree. There's a little patch of snowflakes right here, and so that sheltering tree, I actually used 4 different stamp sets. I used Festival of Trees also. I used You Brighten My Day and Flurry of Wishes. I've used all 4 of those actually in this particular card. But what I'm doing with this one, I'm taking that patch of snowflakes, and I'm just kind of doing white all around. I'm trying not to I don't have to do the whole thing. I'm just trying to make sure that I cover everything that's going to be showing inside the circle once I put my trees in there and everything. Like I say, everything is not going to be showing, so but I'm still just trying to make sure that I've got things covered, that it won't that'll all show like snow within the circles. And I just keep on, and you can turn these all different ways, just so it looks like snowflakes within the circle. Now you can get real creative and put these on with white embossing powder with the Versamark ink, but it really takes a lot of time and energy to get that done. So therefore, I'm doing this because really when I put all the other stuff on, I don't think that it shows that much. So I'm just doing it like this. And I can still see where I put my white dots whenever I do this, because that way I can still get to the middle of it. But right here, I just checked to see, when I just kind of looked to see, and those are covered in pretty good. And as I said, right here, I put these 2 dots for the trees, and I put this dot right here. You can still see the dot for that one, and then you can see the dot that I put for this one. Now, you may not, that's just kind of the center of it. And then what I'm doing now is I've already taken the house that came up, that came from You Brighten My Day. I have taken and covered it with, colored it with Copic markers, and then I've taken 2 trees from the Festival of Trees, 2 different ones, and I have, these are stamped on here, and then they're used with my tree punch, and I've got those ready. They'll go there. And then I've taken this from, and I almost have to use the tweezers to pick this up, and I am putting it right here. So I've got all these where I want them now. Thing I am going to do after I close my ink is I'm going to take my pop dots, or whatever you want to call them, and I'm putting it right on back of my house. I'm putting one on back of my snowflake. And again, my snowflake, I stamped it with the blue, sky blue, and I have put the dazzling diamonds. I took some glue and glued some dazzling diamonds on each of these. I did it a little bit just to give it some glitz and glam. And on the one that I did previously, by the way, I stamped this one just with the real red, and when I put the glue and the dazzling diamonds on, it turned it kind of an orangey color. If you can see this right here, which I didn't like at all. So it didn't really do that with the green. But so what I did is I took and embossed this one, and I did the real red embossing powder, and then I was able to put the glue with the dazzling diamonds. So whenever you're doing that, you might want to beware that you probably need to do the embossing powder on that one. Now I'm going to take this one. I'm peeling the back off, and I am just going to be sure, because normally you can see this really good, and I'm just wanting to be sure I've got this at exactly the right place when I put this on, because I can see the tree really well. I don't know why I'm not seeing the others as well. But that's, yeah, that is it. And there it is. Just have to be sure I know which is which. And I'm going to stick these on. I like them sticking out. You can just put these on without popping them up. Make sure that's right. However, it just added so much to it to have it popped up with that snow coming down. So actually I think that's just a hair crooked. I'm going to try to pull that up without tearing up my paper too badly. And then I'm going to put it back down and try to make it a little bit straighter. Now the one I did that was not on video, I just popped it down and everything was perfect. Now that I'm on video, everything's going wrong. Okay, here is this one, the snowflake. And then over here, I'm putting my trees, and I'm actually going to put the green one in the back this time. put the red one. Actually, the green one on the other one, I put it, I just taped it down. But this one, I think I'm just going to put it, I wanted to pop it up as well. Now, I've got this particular paper, and I'm going to pop it up double. I'm like going to put two of those, one on top of the other, so that I can get it popped up double. Now, the other part about this is I wanted to, after I got it done, I decided, well, I kind of like the white and around the holes. So I just took my white ink again, and I just started filling in, just kind of doing this around the holes, and I'll get this done, and then I'll be right back. Now that I have shaded around all the edges with my white, or sponged the edges, I'm going to take this, pop it up double all the way around, and put it on. And when I say double, I am, once I get these on, I'll pull off that sticker, the paper that keeps it from sticking, and stick another one to it. And as I said in previous videos, I have had a lot of this stuff from previous times whenever I was not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm still using it. And I just don't believe in wasting anything. If you were to see my craft room, you would know that I really don't waste anything. That I keep everything, which is probably characteristic of being a teacher for so many years. We always used something for other little things. We never threw anything away, and so my husband calls me a pack rat, but I'm not nearly as bad as I used to be when I was teaching. So I have those big ones there, but I couldn't fit them quite here the way I wanted to, so I'm taking these little ones and putting them here, and then I'll take a couple more right here, and then I've got a couple that I want to stick right in there in the middle, just so it doesn't. I'm finished with that. Now I'm going to take this and try to stick it without making a mess, if possible. I've got to watch how I'm doing this so I can get it stuck evenly, and I want just a hair of my black showing. It makes it a little bit more difficult when you've got a double one here, because it's down there to where it sticks before you know it. Okay, now I'm going to take this, and I really should have probably put the black down first. I normally would have, but I got a little bit ahead of myself, so I didn't stick it down, but normally you would stick this black down on the white before you put that next bit on, but this is okay, it was working. This is why I tend to use a pink, some other color paper to work on, because when I've got white, I can't see where my edge is like I need to. Okay, and there is this much of it. Now, I have already stamped over here my little saying, a merry little wish, and I wanted to put this little, cut it out with this little window. I think I have glue everywhere on me right now. I popped it up on the other one that I did, but on this one I don't think I'm going to, because it really made it stand up almost too high. So I am just going to put this right in this little area right here. And this is a Merry Little Wish. Inside it is, I'm going to put down the black. And then I'm going to put my sentiment. For lots of joy at Christmas right inside here. And I have already stamped that, and I stamped part of the red tree that I did on the front, but I just stamped this with the real red ink. And so whereas on this one I did the real red embossing powder. Now you've got just, that gives you some of the diamond dust and all that kind of stuff on here, and that one's got some of the glue that's still not dry on it. But and then you have this card of Merry Little Wish for lots of joy at Christmas. And it really was a fun card to make, and it didn't take that long. Thank you for joining me, and you'll see on the screen all the different colors that I used if I forgot to tell you. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and come back again next Saturday, please, as we have another Scrappy Saturday video for you. Thanks so much.